Hi students, this is Mr. Liu and I am your 7-Minute Sensei, where I attempt to explain everything that you need to know in 7 minutes or less. Today I'm going to be talking about my marketing class, and specifically we're going to talk about pricing. Now there are many different ways that prices are established, and that is our objective today, to learn how to price appropriately. Your assignment at the end of the day will be to go on the internet and find a car, a vehicle, or a home that you'd like to sell. And part of your analysis is to determine what is the right price for that particular item. So how are prices established? Well, of course, in most cases, you're going to establish a price that will at least allow you to break even. If not, ideally, make a profit. So a typical pricing strategy at retail is known as Keystone. Keystone, the idea behind Keystone is that if you buy a product, say a t-shirt at wholesale for $10, Keystone pricing would be twice that amount. So Keystone pricing on a $10 t-shirt would actually be $20 at retail. So that's known as Keystone pricing. On the other hand, you take a product like gasoline, and that's a little interesting because gasoline has tax, and in some cases it even has sales tax, but it definitely has government taxes. And so if you look at the state of Alaska, which has the lowest gasoline tax prices, just a little bit more than 14 cents a gallon, gas prices are low. That would be true in Texas, in Mississippi, quite a few states, you would see low gas taxes, therefore lower gas prices. On the other hand, you have Pennsylvania, California, and Washington, which charge anywhere from 50 to 59 cents a gallon just for taxes. So obviously, when you're in one of those states, you're going to pay at least 59 cents, 50 cents a gallon. It'd be ridiculous to try to sell gasoline below what you have to pay or obligated to pay in taxes. So that's a different kind of pricing strategy. Price skimming. The idea behind price skimming is that as early adopters want to buy, say for example, early adopters want to buy the Apple iPhone 12, they pay premium pricing or skim pricing because they kind of get to pay the extra dollars to be the early adopters. Now, prices tend to change over the life cycle of a product. And so you'll see that with price skimming strategy is the idea is that the reseller wants to capture as much of the profit up front, and then that gets smaller and smaller over time. Premium pricing is generally tied to a very strong brand. So you take a product like Nike, and they're going to be able to command a higher price because the brand's perception is that it's worth that extra money. It's kind of like the idea behind a Mont Blanc pen. Why are people paying hundreds of dollars for a pen that any of us can go pick up at an office supply store for just a few cents, okay? But when you look at premium pricing, it is associated with a premium brand. And the same thing would be true for economy pricing, no frills pricing, everyday low pricing. Those are also strategies. Once again, what I want you to do is I want you to research an item that you find on the internet that you could sell and demonstrate, show your analysis by submitting this in a text entry file on Canvas, and help me understand how you came up with that price and what pricing strategy that you decided to use. Well, I think that's it for now. This is Mr. Liu, your 7-Minute Sensei, saying so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye.